Hello, everyone. I'm Sylvia Scott, founder of the Girls CEO Connection, and I'm thrilled today to introduce you to two wonderful young women, a mother and daughter team from actually Shahira's from Afghanistan. Her daughter was born in Colorado, and they're going to talk about the business that they started several months ago. So it's Shahira Qudrat and Deena
Birashk.
Birashk. They live in Riverside, California now. Deena was born in Colorado, and she's a sophomore in high school at MLK in Riverside, California. Yep. And she plays the violin and does archery, which I love because I grew up doing archery.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, it really is. I taught it at fire camp one summer.
That's so cool. I love that.
And now she's a young entrepreneur with her mom. And to be in high school, do what she's doing, and an entrepreneur, you have to be highly motivated. So, ladies, let's get started and show us I know you brought one box, the Afghan box. So tell us what's in it.
Absolutely. So what Hyphen-Box does, our business, is we specialize in curating meaningful gifts that are part of the culture, especially for those who are proud to call themselves Hyphenated-Americans. So what I'll be sharing with you is what's in our Afghan-American box. The highlight of the box is this handmade doll.
Who makes the dolls?
So there's a group, it's a nonprofit group out of Afghanistan, out of one of the provinces in Helmand. There's an individual who basically employs widows and asks them to make dolls. And so it's a part of the Helmand Doll Project is what he calls it. But anyways, these women make these fascinating dolls. This is an example of a young single woman from the Takhar province of which is northeastern Afghanistan. Ethnically Uzbek, and this is like a special occasion, or a dress that would be worn on a special occasion, and it's more rural area, type of accessories that she has, but it's a highlight because what these dolls do is educate people on the diversity of Afghanistan. There's so many different ethnicities within the small country, depending on where, in the country you are, what country you're bordering. So we have different dolls. Here's an example of one doll. We send a unique doll with each one because these are handmade. Here's another one.
They're all different.
Yeah, they're all different, and they represent different provinces in Afghanistan. It just depends on, again, the creativity of these women and these widows that make the dolls. We have a handmade wallet. They call these a Sozani wallet because they're made by hand, needlepoint hand. So yeah, they're sewn very uniquely, and they're functional. It's an actual wallet, and you could take it with you wherever you want to go. But again, very much so the patterns that you would see in Afghan culture. So those, I would say, are the two. We also work with Afghan-American artists. So there's a wonderful artist. Her name is Diba, and she's what she calls herself the Afghan diva. And she actually creates these awesome stickers. So, we purchase products from, different artists, and we put them in this box. So by buying this box, you're also supporting other Afghan-American artists. And then we also have a couple of other items in the box. There's some Afghan snacks. Afghanistan is very widely known for their dried fruits and nuts. And so this company, Zeba, actually, makes these. And so we include them as a part of the box because it's an important part of the Afghan culture. Having tea with your family and snacks, or inviting people over. So those are some of the things that come in the box. We also have a necklace. It's a small lapis pendant that comes in the box as well. So
nice.
It's a lapis lazuli, which is it's a stone found predominantly in the Badakhshan province of Afghanistan. And so again, it's a very important part of the whole Afghan culture, and just trying to include different items from that particular culture. And since I'm related, I can relate to the Afghan culture. I know most about this box, obviously, because it's a part of the Afghan culture. So these come wrapped, and there's a custom note with every box. And we have a Mexican-American box, which carries other significant cultural items. We have a Desi American box, which is predominantly Indian cultural items from India. We have a Chinese American box as well. So these are the different, types of boxes that we curated.
Deena, what motivated you to get started with this?
So my mom was trying to find like the perfect gift for my aunt for her birthday. And we kept looking around online for a very meaningful, maybe tied with culture kind of gift. And it took us a while. We were like looking around, and then we just thought to each other, why don't we just make one? Why don't we put one together? My mom pitched the idea. I was like, oh, that's such an amazing idea. Can I join with you? So I was like, I'm really good at the social media stuff. So yeah, it's a great mother-daughter team, and I'm so looking forward to like the journey ahead and what more can come from this.
So working with your mom as a partner is a great idea.
Yes.
In your case, it works out fine.
We have our ups and downs, Sylvia, just like every other mom and daughter group, because Deena's a full-time student, so it's a constant balance. Like, are you doing your homework or are you on social media?
Yeah. I know other young entrepreneurs that I've talked to in the past, that was the whole thing. Their parents were, okay, this is fine, but you have to do your homework. You can't miss school.
Balance.
And some of them were up late, talking to people in China or India. And
Right.
It was like, that's right, but you can't miss school.
Right. There's got to be a balance.
Right. Well, who helped you put this together? Was it just the two of you, or did you have a mentor or an advisor that came along up beside you to help get it together, or just the two of you?
Yeah, it was just initially my mom. She started because I had a very busy week, and I had my mom get started. So she was looking around online, and then I started coming in with making the Instagram account, helping with Facebook. My mom was mainly looking for the items to put in the box, and it was just us two. Mother-daughter tag team.
Okay, how do your little brother and sister?
So my older sister, she's in college.
Right.
She loves the idea. She would love to help, but unfortunately with college, she is very busy with that. And my brother is also doing some school. So, and my little siblings are too young.
But your brothers and sisters don't try to get in the boxes, do they?
For the sweets sometimes.
Okay.
Oh, they do. Sometimes we find some of the items that are supposed to be in the boxes, in Zoe's room. And we're like, oh my God, Zoe, this is product. You're not supposed to play with the dolls. And she'll talk about how beautiful they are. So, we actually gave her some dolls so she could stop playing with the products.
So what do your friends think about this, Deena?
Well, I definitely do reach out to my friends for ideas, because me and my mom, we have a lot of insight for the Afghan box, since we're Afghan. And so I wanted to get some insight from some of my Mexican American friends, some of my Chinese American friends, Desi American friends. I definitely like getting their input, them asking their family what they think about the items we found, or have some input for, even if their families make small homemade gifts, we would love those too.
Yeah, I know, because I lived in Southern California. I know it's quite a melting pot.
Yeah, exactly.
The different cultures there. Of Asian Americans, it's a huge population. And so do your friends buy any of your gifts for their family members?
Yeah, I've had a couple friends, a bunch of family members. Family members are always very supportive. We've had a couple friends, a couple of my mom's friends too, being supportive.
So what about the school? What do they think? What do your teachers think in what's going on at school with this?
So as far as the teachers and stuff, it's we usually don't talk but when like I have more free time with friends, so I definitely do talk about it more with friends, and they love the idea. They think it's amazing. It's also a good way to socialize with some people in different like communities, make a like union together from this box,
Right.
cultural union, right? But yeah, I think it could, if like I made a club from it or something close to that, it would be a really good idea. It'd get more um, like promotion on the box too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a great idea. And so how do you like between living from the difference in Colorado and California? Aside
So
from the weather.
yeah, right, exactly. It's definitely, I notice the diversity here a little bit more with the school. The schools are a lot bigger, and definitely the environment, also the like family aspect affects it a lot.
What do you, how do you decide what to put in the different boxes? I mean, okay, do you have like a formula saying, okay, each box is going to have a doll, each box is going to have a wallet, or do they all have wallets, or does each box have sweets in it? What's, I know each box must have a doll, but what do you have? How did you decide what each different nationality was going to have?
So Dina and I were talking about this. Sourcing is a huge part of the business, like finding, a good product and then sourcing that product. And we often went back and forth about whether, we wanted to include a hyphenated product, like should it be an Afghan-American artist versus an Afghan artist? But where we landed with is, kind of goes back to our tagline. It's culture, connection, and heritage. And really the things that we focus on, it's not necessarily like, every box has to have a doll or every box has to have a wallet. But what we try to do is find items that people might use on a daily basis, or that they could decorate their house with, or that might be ornate, that would make it a memorable experience. So for example, I may not use the Afghan wallet on a daily basis, but am I going to take it to parties, and am I going to show it off to my family members? Absolutely. Or, when I'm dressed up, what's significant within the culture. So for example, in the Chinese American box, we have green tea and we have a cup, right? So, why is that significant to the Chinese culture? Because tea is central to all of their social social gatherings. It's also something that's important to their health and longevity. They associate a lot of cultural significance to tea in so many ways. Even when people were like in the history of wars, when people would gather, when there was peace, there was always tea, right? So we found a dragonwell tea, a very high quality one, and paired it with a cup and put it in the box, because we know, again, that this is something significant within the culture. So I think sourcing the materials is also a very challenging part of the business, because we don't want to necessarily buy bulk items. We want to support the small artists. Like I said, the Afghan, the Afghan diva, she's in Southern California. She's an artist. She, puts together all this fun pop culture, Afghan-American stuff. So, we don't necessarily have to say each box has to have a particular product, but whatever we put in there has to be meaningful towards that culture. Dina and I make that decision after we look at, who is it being sourced from? Is it high quality? So we don't like buy it bulk. We order some for ourselves. We try the product out, make sure it's a good product, and then, decide to put it in the box. So it's really important to us that the artists get recognition. So everyone who's involved gets credit, especially on the website. If you go to www.hyphen-box.com, you can see it's in each box. And we break it down and tell you, why it's special, why it's handpicked. And, often it's handmade. We want that to be a part of the box. The artisans and the artists, they tell the story. They're the ones actually doing the gift giving experience. We just have the honor of putting it together in a package, and so it's really important that we give credit and honor to those who put these items together.
Way to learn about culture, Deena.
Right.
That's a great way to learn. And remember it.
Seriously, I love it.
And Deena, what's the most difficult part of being a teen entrepreneur?
Yeah, so back to earlier, it's a lot like it's really hard finding balance like between school, motivation, like social media. So with school, it's just, it's very unpredictable. Like when I have a test coming up, if like if I need to make more reels, which is like kind of like TikTok for Instagram, like making videos, I need to know what to prioritize. Also, like at this age, I noticed like I want to do a bunch of new cool stuff. This is a part of it. I'm finding more things, more experiences. So motivation, trying to keep up with this goal, not getting demotivated if a video doesn't get enough likes, or just like staying with it, sticking with it. I always have my mom here too, which is the best part. If I get like demotivated, always showing me what's important.
So now what's your biggest, is it Instagram, your biggest social media that you're using?
So definitely Instagram. I have more experience with it. I feel like the platform is also easier to use. And it's also rising. Like there's a bunch of new small business owners. They're definitely rising in that platform. So I gave it a try. Our first videos got a bunch of likes and a bunch of views. That was the best part. It started slowing down, but as like there was winter break and spring break is coming up, I have more breaks. I can make like better quality videos, spend more time on social media, find even more platforms I can advertise on.
What is your Instagram handle?
__box.
Really? There's that?
Yeah. There's underscores.
Okay. The Facebook
Okay.
one probably.
Yeah.
Well, they'll figure it out. And I'll have it written down too.
Yeah.
I'll have it written down. And what other social media are you using?
Facebook, and I'm gonna try to make a TikTok probably during the spring break. It's a little bit harder to use, so I'm definitely gonna have to figure that out before I start posting videos on there. Definitely gonna look into YouTube as well.
What advice do you have for young women? They can be in high school, they could be in college, primarily high school. That's who our audience is, who we gear this towards. Who are thinking about starting a business someday. Do you think they should wait, or do you think they just should go for it?
In my opinion, I think they should totally go for it. If you don't start, like if you wait, when are you gonna start, right? So
Right.
The earlier you start, the better. You get more experience. You get a bunch of like time to be able to figure things out, like finding out like how these social media like platforms work, right? So I think just go for it. If you get demotivated, just try everything you can. Like I always look to my mom when I get demotivated, try to plan things out. Definitely reach out to people like you. It's just the best thing to do. But yeah, I think just go for it, right? With my mom, I had no hesitation. I was like, let's do this. Let's totally do this. It's going to be so fun. And I just jumped on the idea right away.
So are you ready to start talking about this in public?
Yes.
Can you talk about it? Okay, good.
Yes, definitely. I'm so excited.
Okay, good. Well, you can see just by talking. I can't believe you get demotivated. All the different ways of doing videos.
Right? It's the hard classes, I'm telling you. I put too much in my plate sometimes.
What is the age group that you find buys the boxes the most? Is it younger women, or is it?
It's exactly it.
Yeah.
Young women who are often professionals. So our boxes are $75, and that includes shipping. So the price point is, it's truly, we look at everything in the boxes as a very unique experience. And so, it is specifically targeting the 4 ethnicities for which the boxes, the hyphenated boxes we have. And then obviously it's young professional women who sort of fall into that category.
Right.
If anyone has any questions for you, how can they get in touch with you? What's the best way?
So we have a contact page on hyphen-box.com. So it's just www.hyphen-box, all lowercase, all one word, hyphen-box.com. Feel
Okay.
free to put in a form, contact us there. You can always DM us on Instagram as well. So at the _hyphen_box. You know, feel free to message us. We've had a few sales over Instagram as well, direct message. So again, feel free to reach out to us. We've had a few requests for boxes that we don't have curated. And, you know, we are working with those individuals to try to put something together. So again, we focus on a meaningful experience. We want to make it special. We want to make it handpicked. And, you know, for people who have everything, you know, this really matters. Culture matters, identity matters. And at the core of it, that's why we're doing this. So
That's wonderful. Well, Deena, I am so excited that we got to do this. Well, coming from, you know, Generation Z, you've never known anything that wasn't technology.
I know, right? That's why I was like the social media part. I was like, I got this. I got
and I gladly handed it over. Here you go.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, I'm going to get a box. I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes and what else you add with it. And we'll be in touch and we'll add on to another video then, another interview.
Sounds
Okay,
good.
thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right.